name is Phil Seaver. I am principal partner of Seaver Story, a landowner eminent domain law firm. It means we work for landowners when you're facing eminent domain. I'm here today with our intern, Ben Wallace. He's getting comfortable with the firm and learning some things about eminent domain. And we thought it'd be a good opportunity for him to learn and for our landowner, potential clients, people to learn more about eminent domain if we did like a series of videos with Ben where he asked me questions and I tried to answer those questions for him. So with no further ado, turn over to Ben. He's got a question for me today.
What is the difference between eminent domain and condemnation?
Yeah, so these get confused a bunch because the word condemnation is used in different ways, right? So let's go back all the way up to some history. Eminent domain is, we think of it as the power. Eminent domain is the power of the state to take your ground, your land, and that power is in the federal constitution. It's in the state constitutions of every 50 state, all 50 states. Condemnation is the process. So when you say, I'm going through a condemnation lawsuit, you are going through the process of them taking your property. And every state has a different process, although they're very similar. If you file a lawsuit, you have to notify the landowner, you have to pay typically some type of bond or deposit. And then there'll be, if there's a chance to settle the case and there's a chance to try the case. And the condemnation is that process, and every state has a little different process. So for instance, in Indiana, you have to provide an offer. You have to wait 30 days after you provide the offer before you can file the condemnation, folks, the condemner, whether it's NDOT or whoever it is. You have to wait 30 days to bring the lawsuit. They bring the lawsuit. They're required to put a bond down. There's different phases of the takings trial. That's all condemnation process. So eminent domain power, condemnation process. Condemnation, though, is sometimes confused, like eminent domain condemnation is sometimes confused with, I have a building or apartment, or I live somewhere that's inhabitable, it's sort of a disaster, and it's being condemned. So sometimes we'll get calls from folks where their property is being condemned because it's inhabitable or it's in some way polluted or something like that. That's different than eminent domain condemnation. That's usually a local taking where they're saying your property it's an eyesore, it's got rats, it's polluted, it's dangerous, and we need to take it and knock it down. And we don't do those types of cases, those where they're being condemned for a hazard. But we do cases where eminent domain's involved, where they're taking for a public project. Does that help answer the question? Yep. Anything else you can think as a follow-up to that?
I don't think so.
Okay, good. So we're going to put some information here at the end of the video, just for how to contact me if you have questions about eminent domain. It's all I do all day is answer questions about eminent domain with landowners. So please feel free to reach out. You can contact us anytime. Again, I'm Phil Seaver. I'm one of the principal partners of Seaver Story, and here with Ben Wallace. And thanks a ton for joining us on this video.